Guys, good morning to all of you. Basically, we have already discussed till the type 4. So today we are going to be discussed from the type 5, and that class would be the last class of SI. Then the day after tomorrow we will discuss the PYQs of SI and CI, combined PYQs. So let's do type 5. What the question says, take your time. Or what would be the approach, right approach to take the questions. What it? कर लिया? Okay, take your time. At least 30 seconds. So what would be the right approach? Simple interest of a certain sum for 6 years is 9 by 25. 9 by 20th of the principal. So that means if principal is 25, then 9 is interest. Simple interest of a certain for 6 years. Basically, this is for 6 years. So simple interest of a certain sum for 6 years is 9 upon 20th of the principal. So basically we are comparing with principal. So if principal is 25, then 9 is SI for 6 years. 6 years. So 1 year SI would be just divided by 6. SI never changes. CI changes. First, if suppose SI of for 1 year is 100 and I give some money to a person for 10 years. So for 10 years, SI would be 100, 100, 100, 100. What changed basically? CI changes. SI forever same. So for 1 year would be 3 upon 2 means 1.5. Find rate of interest. So basically, if principal is 25, then CI is 1.5 for 1 year. So what would be rate? Rate means principal, and that is CI. Rate multiplied by 100. On 25, SI is 1.5. So what would be rate? So 1.5 is how much percent of 25? Very simple. So you will divide, you will get 6%. Definitely. We can put the value in the formula. But basically we have given such kinds of, so we are taking the value from the unit method. We have the unit method, fantastic method. If direct value we don't have given, we can use unit method. If you want, you can use SI formula. Did you watch the movie? Sure. Very nice. Let's move on the next one. Directly you can use the formula. Same thing, yes, asked just 2 minutes ago. That we can plug in the formula or no? Definitely you can plug in the formula. If you want to plug the formula, you can. The formula would be SI SI means principal, rate, time, 100. That is formula. So we have been asked, we have been given 9 upon 25, 9 upon 25th is SI. That means 9 is SI, 25 is principal, rate of interest we need to find, time is 6 year, and that is 100. Directly you can calculate. So that would be 3, 2, that would be 4, that would be 2. So R would be 6%. This is from formula. Both the methods you have. So rest of the question of type 5 you yourself will do. Eighth of this type 5. Okay. You are getting stuck in question 2. Are you got the answer of question 2? Simple interest on a certain sum becomes 3 by 8 of the principal at the end of OK. At the end of, I think that is missing. The data is missing. Guys, now I can't find the real data. So just leave it. Basically, here the years are missing. And question number 8. Guys, do question number 8. Take your time. First do it. Done? Done? Very nice. So guys, the question is saying, if the simple interest on an amount is equal to 30% of the principal, 30% of the principal in 6 years. So 30% means what, guys? 3 by 10. That means if amount means principal is 10, then interest would be 3. So interest is 3, principal is 10, rate we don't know, 6 time, we can find the rate from here. So rate would be 2, 5. So that means rate of interest is 5%. Now next step is, then after how many years simple interest will be equal to principal? So simple interest, suppose simple interest is X, principal is also X, rate is 5%, time we have been asked. So that means 2. So just after 20 years, the principal SI would be just equal to principal. So answer would be 20. Good question. Yes, question number 7. Question 7 of the same type, guys. Question 7 is, in how much time will the simple interest 6 on a certain sum of money will be 6 by 5? In how much time will be the simple interest 6? Exactly. The data sometimes misprint. I'm sorry. But all the data I'll provide after the class. Okay, guys. Next question that you want to ask. Shall I need to move ahead? Let's move on type number. Whatever the question that I am skipping right now, you can ask in your doubt session. No problem. So type number would be type 6. Take your time. Guys, uh, just mark the question in which data is missing so that I can correct them. Guys, there is a mistake in this question. Here you need to mention 1. 1350. Sorry. Not 350. $900 answer. Guys, have a look. How can we decode? A certain sum at simple interest amount 2 rupees 1350 in 5 years and 2 rupees 1620 in 8 years. What is the sum? Guys, we don't know about the principal. What we know, principal plus interest on that principal for 5 years. Principal plus interest on that principal for 5 years. So basically that would be amount. So in first 5 years amount becomes, and in 8 years it becomes. So that means principal plus interest on that principal for 5 year at R% rate, that addition is 1350. First step. A certain sum at simple interest amounts to. So basically sum convert into amount. Principal convert into amount. 2 rupees in 5 years. So that means what? Principal plus interest on that principal for 5 years, that total becomes 1350. And in the same manner, principal plus and 2 rupees 13, 16, 20 in 8 years. In 8 years means next 3 years. From here next 3 years it takes 3 years to become 16, 20. So again principal and principal into, basically if you want you can directly take 8 year. 8 year r percent 100, it becomes 1620. Got it? By solving these equation we can find out the principal P. Subtract these equations. In subtraction my sign change. So that is plus, that would be minus, that would be minus, that would be minus. So plus P minus P. If you will see from here, P r upon 100 is common. That means 5 minus 8. Here that would be 8, here that would be 5. And here 0, 12 minus 5, 7, 5 minus 3, 2 and minus. Sorry. Now P r upon 100 into minus 3, that would be minus 270. 3 minus, cancel out minus 3, 9. So P r upon 100, that would be 90 rupees. And that value we can put in any equation, any of the equation. So suppose I take equation number 1 and I put the value of P r upon 100 in equation first. So P plus P r upon 100, that is 90, 900 or 90? 90. So over here that would be 90 into 5 is equal to 1350. So P would be 1350 plus minus 450. That would be 900. So basically principal would be 900. Got it or not? 900 or first method, but a lengthy method. You can use a tricky method. So let's move on the tricky method first. Try to understand. Take a glance over here. Any doubt you want to ask, you can ask. Then we will move on the short trick method. What would be short of this question? Shall I go? Guys, here you go on the short trick method. What would be short trick? So we have been given 1350 and second amount is 1620. So basically 1500, 1350 is what? Principal as well as addition of 5-year SI. So base interest. So basically this value is represents principal plus 3-year SI. Sorry, 5-year SI. 5-year SI. Got it or not? Five-year SI. Quite clear? Again in this value, principal and 8-year SI. Clear? This value represents principal as well as 5-year SI. Basically this is amount and this is also amount. In this amount, we have principal plus 8-year SI. So basically, the difference of SI here to here is 3 years. Basically, 3-year SI, if we add in this value, we will get this value. On this difference is 270. So basically, 270 is nothing but 3-year SI. 270 is nothing but, quite clear. So basically, 3-year SI is 270. So 1-year SI would be 90. And you guys know well, SI never change. So 5-year SI would be 450. A very clear thing. So that means in this value 450 is SI. So principal is, that is 900. That was your answer. You need not to use any formula. Pure understanding this question. Sorry? 90. So basically 1-year SI is 90. 2-year SI would be 180. SI never change. So 5-year SI? 5-year SI? 440. You need to multiply 450. You need to multiply just 5 over here. So 5-year SI would be 450. And this value represents principal as well as 5-year SI. And 5-year SI is, so in this value 450 is 5-year SI. So rest would be minus. Obviously you need to minus. In this value we need to subtract 450. That is 5-year. So rest value would be principal. And B have been asked principal. Quite clear? Next question you need to hit by yourself just for your practice, nothing else. The next question number 2 of the same time, you need to hit by yourself, just applying by the short trick method. Very nice. Yes. Nandini, answer. Akirti. Same method you need to plug in. Got it? Yes. I won't answer. Do you have any issue we want to ask? Anything? Any doubt? What the question number 2 says? A certain sum becomes. So guys, let's move on the next type. Rest of the question you yourself will hit, and any question you will get the doubt you yourself can ask. So type would be question 4th, guys. Let's move on question number 4. 5,000 amount to rupees 5,700 in 1 year. Accordingly, what will be the amount of rupees 7,000 become at the same rate of simple interest in 5 years? So basically, you need to find the principal rate of interest basically. So 5,000 amount to rupees 5,070 700 in 1 year. So basically, 1 year principal is 1 year SI is 700 obviously. So we have the formula SI is equal to principal and time is 1 year. Rate we don't know. So from here guys, you will get rate 14%. So rate of interest is 14%. Maybe the answer. Let's check. So you have the answer sheet just below the slides. So we have rate of interest 14%. On this rate of interest 14%, when after what will be the amount of rupees 7,000? On 7,000, what would be the basically simple interest on that rate of interest for 5 years? So for 5 years, SI we need to find. We have given principal 7,000, rate of interest is 14, time is 5. So basically, you will get SI. SI would be 4,900 of, okay, got it? And we have been asked amount. Amount means principal plus interest. So principal we had 7,000 and this is, so the answer would be 11,900. Got the answer? Okay. 7th, let's move on the question number 7. Guys, take your time. Guys, let's take a look. A sum invested at simple interest becomes 306 at the end of 5 years. So basically, what would be the principal and interest? If interest is equal to 9 and 9 by 5th part of the principal, let's do. So basically, a sum invested at simple interest. So sum, suppose we have principal P SI. A sum invested at principal interest, simple interest becomes rupees this. That means it is amount. So amount means principal plus simple interest. So that amount we have been given 306. Principal, suppose this is X plus SI means X into principal into time into rate. We don't know rate. From here you will get 5 2s are 10. So 360, 306 that would be 20x plus rx divided by 20. If you will multiply, you will get 12 1 6 0 20x plus rx. Got it? Okay. Now question says, if interest is equal to 9/5 of part 9 and 25th part of the principal. So basically, if principal is 25, then 9 is interest. So what would be the rate of interest? So principal is 25. Basically, we can directly solve from here in a short trick method. This method we can apply here. Basically, amount we have been given 306, and if 25 is okay. Okay. हाँ ये a sum invested at a simple interest becomes rupees 306 at the end of 5 years. X plus x into r. Now the question says, if interest is equal to 9/25 part of the principal, then what is the rate percent? If principal is 25, then interest is 9 according to this statement. And this 9 is for 5 years. So for 1 year interest would be this. So 25, 1.8 or 100%. 7.2. Basically, this guys, that would be the answer, I think. Very basically tricky question. I don't know examiner why examiner want to manipulate that much language. Whatever the value we have been given from in line 1, this is just totally waste of time, totally just examiner want to make you confused only. Directly we can solve without using that first line. Whatever the examiner is saying in the first line, you need not to pay the attention over there. The first thing that you need to understand that sum invested at simple interest becomes rupees, this value is just totally waste of time. Just examiner want to make you confused only. At the end of 5 years. So basically, at the end of 5 years, any principal becomes 306. Any principal, just after getting the just after getting the simple interest for the 5 years, that amount becomes 306. And this 306, in this 306, if interest is equal to 9/25th part of the principal, that means in these 5 years, if 25 is principal, then 9 is interest. if interest is equal to 9 upon 25th part of principal. So 9 upon 25th part of principal is interest. So why which we are comparing? Principal. So principal would be, and 9 would be simple interest. 9 simple interest is for how many years? 5 years. So for 1 year simple interest, 5.8. On 25, for 1 year simple interest is 5.8. So what would be the rate of interest? So 1.8 is the simple interest on 25. So what would be the rate of interest? That would be, so whatever the value he has given in the first line, just for make you confusion only. No use of that value. The reason behind it, whenever the question asks at the end percentage, we have already discussed that point in percentage topic. When the percentage is asked at the last of the question, you need not to take the actual or real value. You can directly take the any random value. Okay, any question? Rest of the question, guys, you yourself will hit. In the doubt session, you can ask. Okay, let's move on next type. So type would be, I think, 7 type. On type 7, let's move. Take your time. Three years, exactly. A simple type, I think. Very easy question. You yourself can hit. So we have been given, guys, ratio of principal and simple interest at the rate of 10% per annum for a definite period was. So basically, this is principal and this is simple interest. And we know the formula SI, simple interest is principal rate time upon 100. So just plug in the value, simple interest 3, time is, principal is 10, RB have 10, time we have been asked. So directly you will solve, you will get T is equal to 3. So just after 3 years, rest of the question, guys, you yourself can hit easy question in this type. If you want, you can solve the question number, basically question number 4, a little bit variation. Just question number 2, 4. Take your time. Guys, first do it. Question 3. Yes. Same basically. So from 3, there is a variation I'm saying. Basically from 3, there is a variation I'm saying. Okay. Question 4 and 3 are same. Guys, if you are doing question number 4, then it's fantastic. So what would be the concept you need to understand? At a certain rate of interest for certain time, a certain sum gives the ratio of principal and amount of 4:7 respectively. So basically principal and amount ratio we have been given 4:7. Just after 3 years, sorry, for some at same rate of interest after 3 years, 3 more years, it becomes 5:11. What you don't know? So question says at a certain rate of interest for certain time, a certain sum gives the ratio of principal and amount of 4:7 respectively, and for same sum at same rate of interest after 3 more years, it becomes 5:11. So basically guys, this is principal, this is amount, this is principal, this is amount. If suppose I have given a fixed principal to someone, suppose 5,000, it becomes 7,000 after 1 year. It again becomes 11,000 just after 3 more year. So basically principal is changing or interest is changing. Principal would be same. So you need to make the principal same. Just need to multiply by 5, you need to multiply by 4, you need to multiply by 5, you need to multiply by 4. In that scenario, in both the cases, principal is same. What's changing? Amount is changing. Basically, interest is changing. So in first condition, the amount is 35, and second condition, the amount is 44. So that change have been observed in 3 years. So 3 years SI is 9. Guys, in this value, 20 is principal. That is the amount of certain period of time. That is the amount of next more 3 years. So in these more 3 years, what's changing? Principal or amount? Amount means due to SI. So that means if this is 35 and this is 44, so that means SI for next 3 years is 9. SI for next 3 years is 9. So SI for 1 year would be 3. So SI for 1 year would be 3. Now we have been asked what? Rate of interest. So principal we have 20. SI means PR upon T upon 100. SI we have 1 for 1 year. Sorry, 3. 3 for 1 year. Principal is 20. R we have to find time, we need to take 1. That means 5 into 3, 15. So principal rate of interest would be 15%. That is 1. So rate of interest would be 15%. A little bit variation. In this scenario, you need to make the principal equal. Because in both the cases, principal would be equal, na? What's going to change? Amount is going to change. Quite clear? Okay. Now do question number, not question number, type, let's move on type 8. Rest question you yourself guys hit. Wherever you get stuck, immediately ask. Take your time. A simple question. Sorry? 1200, exactly. So what the question says, guys, a sum is invested certain simple interest rate for 2 years. If it is invested at rate 1% more, at rate 1% more. So suppose first rate of interest is R. Again rate of interest R plus 1. Rate of interest increase. Only rate of interest. Time is same. Principal is same. So in that scenario, the principal we get 24 more. So whatever, sorry, principal, SI. We earn SI 24 rupees more. So that means 1%, if we increase the 1% rate of interest for 2 years, that means SI is 24. So on fixed principal, rate of interest is 1 for 2 years. That is 24. Quite clear or not? Not clear. Whatever the rate, whatever the principal we have a principal, sorry, simple interest. Suppose S, simple interest formula you know, principal R into T upon 100. So suppose X is a simple interest and T is principal rate and T is for 2 years. Got it? Now rate increase 1%. Rate increase 1% and simple interest increase 24. So now simple interest would be X plus 24. So that means P R would be R plus 1. If you will subtract, you will get minus 24. From here you will get P R 2PR upon 100 minus, if you will multiply, you will get 2PR plus 2P upon 100. Got it or not? You will get 24 minus 2PR upon 100 minus 2PR upon 100 minus 2P upon 100. That value will cancel out with that value. So minus 24 would be minus 2p upon 100. So from here you will get 12, p would be 1200. That is detail. But what I am saying, whatever the change you are getting or you are observing on the behalf of, because rate increase 1%. So when rate increase 1%, so simple interest increase 24. 24. So that means on principal, if rate increase 1 for 2 years, then simple interest is 24. So directly you will calculate 1200. Or else this is detail method. Still have any doubt, you can immediately ask. $24 in increase because of 1% increase in rate. So 1% of principal for 2 years, that would be what it. So let's move on question type number 9. Third. Question third, let's move on question third. Guys, take your time. Guys, simple question. Just copy paste question. In basically rate of interest increase, then a person's yearly income increases by that. The simple interest on the same sum at 10% for 5 years. Basically, income increase means simple interest increase. If I have given my amount to someone and I am continuously taking the simple interest, suddenly if I increase the rate of interest, that means my interest will increase. That means my indirectly I can say my salary will increase. So principal, that means 6 whole 1 by 2. So on principal 6.5 with the rate of 6.5 for 1 year. For 1 year, the principal is 107.2. You will see 5 1 is 5, 3, 2, 8 times, 3, 2 times, 4 times. So from here you will get principal is 8, 4, 16. 16,480 is your principal. Now on that principal, the simple interest on the same sum at 10% for 5 years. So simple interest on that principal for 5 years on 10% to 8240. Correct. So basically the same concept we have plug in over here. The difference was one more line was added. Now let's move on type 9. Take your time. Guys, let's move. What the question says. Two equal sums are lent at 7% and 5% simple interest respectively. So suppose there is 2a, 2a total sum is 2a, and a is given at 7% and next a is given at 5% simple interest. Total interest earned on both loans is 960 total interest. So total interest means on this first A, we earn the interest with 7% for how many years? Two for 4 years. So 7% for 4 years. That means total 28%. Get you or not? 7% first year, 7% next year, 7% next year. So for 4 years, the interest that he will earn would be 28%. So 28% interest on A, first A, and 20% on second A. 5% for 1 year. So for 4 years, that would be 20%. So total interest that he will make would be 28 plus 20, 48% of principal. So basically, total interest would be 48% of principal, and that is 960. So 48 into 1 upon 100 into principal, that would be 2 times. So A, if this is A, suppose this is A, basically I have taken A. So A would be 2000. Right? 2000 and 2A would be 4000. Got it? Do the next question by yourself of the same type, just for your practice, nothing else. Do by yourself. What would be the answer of second question? What answer? Second question not written. You are not getting the answer of second question. What the second question says, guys? If the total simple interest on the sum of rupees 1400 for 4 years at the rate of interest X% per annum and on the same sum for 20 years at the same rate is 672, then what is the value of X? Same question, I think. Got it? How? If the total simple interest on a sum for rupees this for 4 year at the rate of per annum on the same sum for 2 years at the same of equal है ना. So basically simple interest SI1 or SI2, these are equal. And first SI, if the total simple interest on the sum of rupees 1400 for 4 years, rate is X%, and on the same sum for 2 year, same sum means for 14 for 2 year at the rate, at the same rate. Eh? Okay, rate are same. Some basically that would be plus. So on this, for same rate of interest, this principal, sorry, this SI and this SI, the total SI is 672. Solve the equation, you will get the answer. So from here you will get 1400 into R X, and that would be 672 1 1 and 2, and you will get 14 into 8. So rate of interest would be 8%. Simple question. I move on, type next one, type 10. Rest question you yourself guys will hit. These are just for your practice. Type 10. Try to hit question number first. Basically, guys, first you need to hit the question number second. We will generate a formula. Before the generating formula, just do question number second. Guys, what is the concept in this question? You need to understand. Basically, in this concept, we have been given a principle, and this principle will be given to different people at a different rate. So suppose I have 16,000. I give 2,000 to someone at 10%, 6,000 to other one for 16%, 8,000 for the next one for 16%. So basically, a fixed principle will be given to different people at a different rate. So basically, if we discuss in detail and we will generate a formula. So detail says 26,000 invested in two parts in such a way that the SI from first part at 10% per annum for 5 years is equal to the simple interest on second part at 9% for 6 years. So basically, SI1 and SI2 are equal. This payment 1600, 26,000 given to two different people. Suppose first part is P1 and second part is P2, and from both the part, whatever the simple interest he gets, it is same. Got it? So first part is given at 10% rate for 5 years. This is simple interest on P1, and P2 is given at 9% rate for 6 years. This is SI2 and this is SI1, and SI1 and SI2 both are equal. So in that scenario you will get, guys, that means P1 upon P2 36, at least one value we can simple out, 5 and 3. That means 27 upon 25. P1 upon P2. P1 upon P2 would be 27 upon 25. And P1 and P2 means what? The part of 26,000. So that means the addition of that value would be 52 unit, and 52 unit represents 26,000. So 1 unit value would be 500. And we have been asked part 1 or part 2? Part 2. So part 2 means this value. So just we need to multiply by 25. You will get 125. So 12,500 has been given at 9% for 6 years. But we need not to do this question in that manner. We will generate a formula. Suppose now so that would be your answer. What we need to understand, guys, suppose basically 26,000 was divided in two parts, P1 and P2. Suppose that amount had divided at 7 part, 6 part, 4 part, then it would be very difficult. So we will generate our formula. The formula would be, we have principal P1. P1 means first part of the total principal at R% R1 rate percent is R1, and for T1 year rate of interest is different and time would be different. And the second part we give at R2 rate of interest for T2 year, That means from here we can say, guys, P1 upon P2. Suppose this value is equal to a fixed number and this number suppose m. So from here we can say, guys, P1 would be 100 m upon R1 into R2, T1, or P2 we can say P2 means 100 m upon R2 into T2. This value and this value is equal to a fixed value, suppose. So this value when we will equal to m, we will get P1 and we will get P2. From here if you will see, I try to find out P1 ratio P2. So that means 100 m upon R1 into T1 and ratio 100 m upon R1 into T2. That means from here P1 into P2, that would be 1 upon R1 into T1 ratio 1 upon R2 into T2. That is the formula, means where we will apply that formula if directly we want to find out the ratio of P1 and P2. When we solve this question, we got the ratio of P1 and P2. After putting that formula, we can directly get the result of P1 and P2, ratio of P1 and P2 by applying that formula. So if I apply that formula on my question, so ratio of P1 and P2 we can directly find out. How? We had 26,000 and this 26,000 is divided into two parts. First is P1 and second is P2. I want to find out the ratio of P1 and P2. What I will do? 1 upon R1, first rate of interest and time. So first P1 is given for first part of the principal is given for 5 years and for rate of interest. So basically rate of interest 10 and 5 years. And that would be second part has been given at 9% for 6 years. So from here you will directly get that would be 2, that would be 5, 1 upon 25 ratio 1 upon 18, 3, that would be 3, 27. So from here you will directly get what? 27 ratio 25. Cross multiply this. So from here directly you will get P1 ratio P2. And this value is equal to 52 unit and 52 unit is representing 1 unit 500. And we have been asked second part. Second part means P2 and P2 means 25. So now what we have the formula for? If there is a principal P and this principal is divided into n parts. N part means any part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part, 5 part, 6 part. So directly you can find out the ratio of these all parts. How? P1 ratio P2 ratio P3 ratio P4 ... What you need to do? 1 upon R1 ratio T1, 1 upon R2 T2, 1 upon R3 T3 ... If we have 2 parts, we need to take P1 and P2. 3 parts, P1, P2, P3. 4 parts, P1, P2, P3. From here, if suppose we have been asked ratio of R1, R2, R3. So from here we can say R1 ratio, R2 ratio, R3 ratio R4 dot 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 would be 1 upon T1 P1, 1 upon T2 P2, T2 P2, 1 upon T3 P3. That means we can find out the ratio of rates. We can find out the ratio of time. T1, T2, T3 dot dot dot. That means R1 P1, R2 P2, R3 P3. Got it? Now go on the first question and plug in that formula. You will get the answer easily. Guys, done? Now do the question number 1. If you will see in question number 1, we can plug in that same formula. What the question number 1 says of type 10. Guys, pay the attention now. A sum of rupees 13,000 is lent out in 3 parts. P1, P2, P3. Such a way that first part at 5% for 6 years, second part 4% 5 year, third part 10% 4 year. If the SI receipt from each part is equal, then second part would be. So same we have learned that P1, P2, P3. Ratio of these all 3 parts would be 1 upon R1 T1, ratio 1 upon R2 T2, ratio 1 upon R3 T3. That's it. So first part we have been given at 5% for 6 year. 5% for 6 year. Second part 4% at 5 year and 10% for 4 year. From here you will get the ratio of P1 and P2, P3. That would be 1 upon 30, 1 upon 20, 1 upon 40. Now you know how we equal the ratio. For equal the ratio, we need to just multiply that all value with the LCM of that value. So what would be the LCM of that value? 120. So 120. You need to multiply, guys, 120 in all the ratio. This one, this one, this one. So if you will multiply by all the ratio in 120, so 120 into 30, that would be 4, and that would be 6, and that would be 3. This is the ratio of P1, P2, P3. And this ratio, the sum of that ratio would be 13. And 13 unit represent 13,000. So 1 unit value would be 1,000. And we have been asked, second part means 6. 6 unit would be 6,000. That would be your answer, and that was your formula. That formula you need to plug in. The last type, just for 10 minutes, type number, that would be 12. Installment we will discuss tomorrow, just for 45 minutes topic. SI installment I am talking about, not CI. The last type, just related to the same type. Type that was 10. 11 we need to do the same type. What 11 says, just related to type 10. In type 11, a sum of rupees 24,000 is divided in 3 parts in such a way that first part at 10% for 5 years, second part for this, third part for this. If the amount in type 10 principal, in type 11 amount, the amount received from all 3 parts are equal. If amount whatever we have received is equal, then what would be the, find the third part of the sum. So if amount is equal from all the parts, if amount is equal, then formula will change, little bit change in formula. In that scenario, that the reason I was saying the just same type, if amount is equal from all the 3 parts, amount is equal, then P1 ratio P2 ratio P3 dot dot dot, the formula would be same. You need to add only 100 plus R1 into T1. The 100 you need to add more. 1 upon 100 plus R2 T2. 1 upon 100 R3 T. Dot dot. This is the basic difference between type 10 and type 11. In type 10, the amount is not same, but the SI is same. Guys, read the first question of type 10 carefully. All guys, you knew, you all. Read the question number first of type 10. Guys, read the question number first of type 10. Basically, type 10 first question says 26,000 was the money principal, and that principal is divided into 3 parts. 3 equal parts. 3 parts basically. And on these 3 parts, the simple interest that we get is equal. But in type 11, the amount that we get is equal. This is the basic difference. If amount is equal, then we need to add 100 plus. So now 24,000 is divided. So first is, guys, first is on. So 24,000 is divided into 3 parts. The first part is at rate percent is
10% for 5 years.
10% for 5 years. I'm talking about 11, type 11 first question. And second part 4% 5 years, and third part 5% for 20 years. So that would be 150, that would be 120, or that would be 200. For the ratio, you need to multiply with the LCM of that all number. So LCM of that all number would be, I think, 600. So you need to multiply that value with 600. You will get 4. You will get 5. You will get 3. This is the ratio of their principals. And the sum of these all value, total principal, and total principal we have 24,000. So that means 12 unit. 12 unit is 24,000. 1 unit would be 2,000. We have been asked third part. Third part means 3 units, 6,000 would be your answer. So third part of 24,000 was 3,000. So what is the basic change? If SI what we get is same, the formula would be 1 upon R1 T1, 1 upon R2 T2, 1 upon R3 T2. If amount that we get is equal, that formula would be 100 plus R1 T. Got it? So tomorrow we will discuss what? Installment, the last type of the SI, and just in the same day tomorrow we will discuss a new topic. Basically, we can discuss the SI, rest part of CI we can discuss. All the best, be happy and keep smiling.